Hey folks, welcome back to Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. We're here in Earthen Peak, and we are just about ready to run up onto the boss. That's quite the outfit. That's not what I was expecting to see today. Unless I went looking for it. Anyway. Hey there! So, because we used a homeward bone at the end of last episode, enemies have respawned. Which is all sorts of fun. And you know what? I specifically didn't rest at the bonfire because I thought that the enemies would need to, wouldn't have respawned, but they have respawned, so it's worth resting at the bonfire. Okay. Let's reactivate this trap here. Now, you'll recall in the last episode I pointed out the way to progress. It is up this ladder, and then to the left. Probably gonna have to deal with some mannequins up here, because they do like ambushing me. There's one. Ooh. There we go. Okay, watch the arrows there. Mannequin claws. Ooh. I haven't seen these before. Let's see. Where are they? Here we go. That's interesting looking. So, claws used by the mannequins of Harvest Valley. The peculiar art of puppetry is a vestige of the two lost lands. The queen, entranced by poison, used it to beckon unknowing souls to the defiled valley. So, up until now, we've heard of the queen as kind of this insecure, vain figure who doesn't want anybody to question her, also doesn't want anybody to look at her, but she's also beckoning people into the valley as if she needs them for some reason. Maybe validation from them? I don't really know. I'm not sure. But, I don't know. Interesting tidbit there. Maybe she needs subjects of some sort. Anyway, to the right? Is there an illusory wall to the right? I don't trust that. I don't trust that one bit. But does this say the same thing? No, it doesn't. Let's see, illusory wall? Hey, there is an illusory wall. Hey, what do you know? That's actually a good place to hide one. And hey, do you remember this pyromancer? She was shooting fireballs at us when we were first trying to enter into Earthen Peak. She was dropping it down on us when we were down on those paths. Nice little bit of revenge. And we get the spell quartz ring. What's the deal with that? Where is it? Also, what was that? There we go. Increases magic defense. A ring bestowed upon students of a certain standard at the Melfian Magic Academy. That camera is really bothering me. It's soul-based quartz. Increases magic defense. Pyromancer Glocken crafts these replicas, much to the dismay of the conservative Old Guard faculty. So that's funny. It was originally created as kind of a symbol of recognition to the high-class, high-achieving students. And then some pyromancer's like, oh yeah, I can make these here. And everyone's like, no! That's funny. Them being kind of robbed of their symbolic weight. Anyway, up these stairs here, we got so many poison pots. Look at all these poison pots. You've never seen so many poison pots. Actually, you have, but just roll with it. Tough enemy up. Hey! Is that a ninja? Well, they're not ninjas. I don't know what they are specifically. Oh, it's just... take care of that. Get rid of the poison. And heal. Yeah. Especially given how he was just smashing pots left and right. I don't know if there's a way I could have avoided getting poisoned there. Unless I kept the fight in here. Which would have been a terrible idea because there's a pyromancer. Okay. So, the boss is right there behind those two grave wardens, but there's a whole path upstairs. Whole path upstairs that we could deal with. Also, there's a huge pool of poison here, so that's a problem. Let's head upstairs and look around the corners. Can we look around the corners? Ooh, I hear... Oh, the mushroom things. I actually looked these up on the wiki. Apparently they're beetles, not mushrooms, but they sure look like mushrooms. Nice, I can two-shot them. Go. Is that all of them? Might be. Nope, there's one over there. And maybe another one over here? Yeah. And one over here. Actually, quite a few of them here. And definitely worth having either like a bow and arrow or a crossbow or a spear. Something that really only goes in a straight line. Otherwise, any slashing weapons are probably going to break these poison pots and cause problems for you. Speaking of problems, what do you think that means? Okay. It's a mimic. It's time for mimicry. But probably don't want to fight a mimic in a room full of poison pots, so let's do a little bit of smashing. Illusory wall, but not here. And what's the point of that? Show me where the real illusory wall is, bro. Okay, two more. Okay, so if you're new to Dark Souls or just kind of dark fantasy or Western inspired fantasy, or D&D, I guess, also has them. Mimics are treasure chests that look... Or no, mimics are monsters that disguise themselves as treasure chests or look like treasure chests. Exist in D&D. They're actually in Dragon Quest, now that I think about it. But they're funky devils. And if you try to open them, they will eat you and you'll probably die. Now, mimics in Dark Souls 2 look a little bit different from the mimics in Dark Souls 1. Mimics in Dark Souls 1 were, what's the word? Bipedal. They stood up on their hind legs, like humans. These ones kind of do a weird crab walk thing. They're weird. Anyway, dark gauntlets and a work hook. Let's take a look at those. A hook that covers the hand. Clearly not intended as a weapon, but certainly sharp enough to shred an enemy's skin. That's funny. And then the dark gauntlets. Where's that? Here. Yeah, here we go. Gauntlets of a night subsumed by dark. No one knows the true identity of these men who are said to freely manipulate dark. Old foreign legends describe them as poor souls who chased the lost art of life drain. So I think these are gauntlets that kind of are connected to the, God, what are they called in Dark Souls 1? I can only remember what the fan community calls them, and that's not a family-friendly term. Dark Wraiths. Dark Wraiths is what they're called. They used life drain to drain life out of opponents. And we're all about that fantasy stuff. Why did I say humanity? Humanity is the word that I was looking for. Anyway, we got a Pharaoh's contraption here. I just want to check for illusory walls, because that message said there was one, and why would a message lie to me? There isn't one. There's not one. Well, we got a spare Pharaoh's Lockstone or two. Let's activate it. And it starts spewing poison. Oh, that's metal. So you may be wondering, what? Why would you waste a poison? Why would you waste a Lockstone on that? Well, there's a simple explanation for all that I will get to eventually. But first, let's head up the stairs here. Look at all those poison pots. Really concerned about an enemy. There's a bonfire. That's cool. May as well activate it. Not gonna rest at it. It's a great bonfire for dropping in on the boss, though. And then over here, there is a chest. A petrified something. Cool. Now then, we could, if we wanted to, drop down onto there, take care of those grave wardens, be careful not to fall in a sludge, and then take on the boss. But there's something I've been putting off, something that I've been saving for the end, simply because it's more dramatic, and also because it involves summoning, and I didn't grab that item from the Pyromancer, I guess. Yeah. It involves summoning someone, and I wanted to do all my summoning in one go. So, let's head back downstairs. What? Was that just a windmill that scared me? Yeah, okay. Head downstairs. Or down the ladder, I suppose. And, let me check. Are there any enemies out here? Yes, there are. Oh, God. That's embarrassing. Okay. Want to take care of that enemy, because there's a summon here, and I want to do all my summoning in this lead up to the boss. So I wanted things to be nice and safe for me. Bye bye. Bye. Don't do it. Don't you do it. God, these guys are just breaking my poise. So I'm clearing the way back down to summon sign that we saw way earlier in our adventures here. Summon sign for Devotee Scarlet. Now, Devotee Scarlet, she's here for a very particular reason. She's not just here to help you against the boss, and not just here to help you through the level. She is here to show you a secret. She didn't exist in the original Dark Souls 2. She was added for Scholar so that she could show you the least intuitive thing in the game. Something to do with the windmill. Try torch. So what she's trying to tell you to do, light your torch at this bonfire. Get out of the way. Thank you, thank you. And then light the windmill on fire. It's gonna stop. It's gonna stop real soon, I think. Yeah, also she celebrates when you do it. So if you burn the windmill, it causes poison to not really be as much of a thing. It kind of stops the poison circulation throughout the level. So if you look around, what was like previously pools of poison, you'll find are dried up. And in fact, it gets rid of poison in Harvest Valley as well. Like any pools of liquid poison are taken care of in Harvest Valley as well. Now this is extremely useful because the boss arena has pools of poison in it, and by reducing the poison, you make the boss arena a lot less treacherous. And it also makes approaching the boss from over here a lot easier, because you can see it's all dried up. By the way, let's summon Jester Thomas too. Why not? Let's just have us be a crazy party. Oh yeah, there are these dudes who I guess have been swimming around in the liquid poison. Grave Warden Mask finally has the same description as their other stuff, which I believe we had their pants earlier. Poison Stone, cool. So yeah, you can summon 3 NPCs for this boss fight. This is gonna be so freaking cool. You guys ready? This is Mytha, the Baneful Queen. Oh. She is the princess slash queen that we've heard so much about. She tosses her head at you, which is metal. And yeah, you can summon 3 NPCs to fight her. Now, if you don't burn the windmill, the poison pool around her arena is a lot higher. And not only does that cause you to get poisoned a lot easier, whenever Mytha is in the poison pool, she will slowly regenerate health because she is using the poison as a source of health, as we heard from Gilligan. So overall, burning the windmill makes this level, this boss, a lot easier. As does summoning 3 NPCs. What's it gonna be? It's Thomas. Oh, that was so good. So good. And that is Earthen Peak. So good. Alright, let's head on out. So a lot of people, when they don't know about the burning the windmill, find that to be a very, very difficult boss fight. And I don't blame them. Anywho, let's take this elevator up from the top of this tower that didn't have anything above it. This is another thing a lot of people like to rag on Dark Souls 2 for. And I just cannot bring myself to really get angry about it. So, Earthen Peak very clearly had a roof and a sky above it. And, it very, very, very much, very, very, very much did not have a giant lava palace on top of it. That's not a thing that it had. Welcome to Iron Keep. We're gonna explore this place next time. Before we go, though, let's head back to Majula and do some leveling up.
Bearer of the curtains, lest this.
All right, we got 2 levels out of this. Let's bring our strength and dex to be equal. Let's go grab some life gems from Lentia, because we haven't done that in quite a while, and we're running low.
I knew you'd be back.
And then we got about 90 souls for some ammo.
I'll be around.
And that takes care of Earthen Peak. We are almost at the end of this spoke. That means we're about to encounter another great one. But Iron Keep is a pretty large area, so we still got a couple more episodes before that happens. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.